We're on a road to nowhere. Come on inside. Taking that ride to nowhere. We'll take that ride. I'm feeling okay this morning. And you know, we're on the road to paradise. Here we go, here we go. There's a city in my mind. Come along and take that ride, and it's alright, baby, it's alright. And it's very far away, but it's growing day by day, and it's alright, baby, it's alright. Would you like to come along, and you can help me sing this song, and it's alright, baby, it's alright. There's a city in my mind. Come along and take that ride, and it's alright, baby, it's alright. And it's very far away, but it's growing day by day. It's alright, baby, it's alright. They could tell you what to do, but they'll make a fool of you, and it's alright, baby, it's alright.
Hey fam, give me one moment as I share this out to social media, and let me see if Rockfin is going to cooperate. So I am doing this show by myself as usual, but unfortunately sometimes when there's a really big topic and I want someone on the back end to help me show, like, I have a lot of clips and memes and posts I want to show, but unfortunately this is pretty last minute, and I just felt like I was gonna scream if I wasn't able to rant. Sometimes I wonder why the fuck I created a Twitter. And mainly it was to actually meet cool people. And because, especially as burners, we've met so many great people through the past 6 years, and we've connected so much. And I have on Twitter as well. But Twitter is its own kind of ugly, honestly. And it gets way more traffic than Facebook. So you're going to run into people on Twitter you're not going to run into on Facebook. And there's a lot of ugliness. So anyway, I wanted to do something, and while it seems like pretty much everyone is talking about the actual, was it self-defense or was it murder when it comes to Kyle R., I wanted to actually address something as important, if not more so. The underlying racism of the entire case of Kyle himself, there is so much racism involved in and around that case, and it is absolutely blowing my mind that I have been arguing with so-called leftists for the past few days about how Kyle R. is not racist. I know the left is, is divided over a bunch of shit. I never thought it would be divided over whether or not something was racist. I have had people. So I made a post that said, regardless where you stand on Kyle R., whether it was self-defense, etc., he's still a fucking racist piece of shit. To me, this is a no-brainer. To me, this is like obviously. To me, you can separate that from the actual case. To me, that is a separate issue. He is a racist. He is a white supremacist. I did not know how much pushback I was going to get for saying that. Like, as white people, it's not really our job to go on black people's posts and be like, he's not racist, which is exactly what's happening. Like, black people deal with racism. So for us as white people to go to them and be like, no, you're wrong, he's not racist, like, that's fucking insane. So I'm having so many people come on my page. There's the pictures of Kyle doing the okay sign, and stuff like that. And I call it, I don't know what it's called. I guess the white power sign or whatever you call it. But dude literally comes on my page and says he's giving the okay sign. Are you fucking kidding me? Has anyone done that since like 1990? He's giving the okay sign? Okay, so literally all 6 people in this photo who he's standing by, they're all giving the okay sign. And even though some of them are known Proud Boys, okay sign. All right, dude, whatever. So there's people like this who are just blatantly apologists for being racist. People cannot separate. Like, if you say it's self-defense, you can still admit he's racist. It's okay. You don't have to act like he's this great person because you think he had self-defense. They don't have to go together. So between the fact that he went to, yes, the protest got pretty ugly and shit like that. I'm not gonna lie. That's, there's footage. I get that. But there was no history of Kyle R. going to white protests with guns. So you're telling me that he didn't go because it was black people? Really? He didn't go because of that? So he's been to other ones? Because I see no history of that whatsoever. And then there comes the whole defense as like, oh, well, they feared. His dad said he was scared they were going to burn his house down. Bitch, he was not even in the same state. What the fuck are you talking about? He was scared his house was going to... What the fuck are you even talking about? This is not, I'm going because I fear for my life. That is not why he went. So I'm talking about why he went. He went and he knew it was a protest because a black man was killed by the cops yet again. He knew that. So also, you have people come on my page and other pages posting the picture of him scrubbing down the walls. What a fucking hero. What a hero. He was scrubbing down graffiti. That must mean he's not racist. That must mean he's a good person. When Charles Manson used to fucking sing at Sunday school. Okay. So it's all of this, it's so frustrating. So like, yeah, I expect this from right-wingers and things like that. But your people I thought were allies, and you're coming on my page with this fucking Trump bullshit, and like literally the only people who are liking your comments have Trump in their bio. That's how you know you're fucking wrong. That's how. No leftists are liking your shit. Only Trump supporters and right-wingers. People with fucking Confederate flags in their bio are liking your shit. That means you're wrong. So to me, it's not. I knew he was going to be found not guilty. I mean, anyone who pays attention and anyone who knows anything about this injustice system was not surprised. I've been talking about it for months. He's going to be not guilty. I know it. Whether he deserved it or not, that's a separate story. I'm touching on the actual racism behind it. The actual racism behind it also is the fact that at the end of the video, you see Kyle R. walk up to police officers, a whole bunch of them, holding a big rifle, as people scream, he just killed people, he just shot people, and the police shoo him away. So a black man gets killed for having Skittles, and a white man, young kid, comes by with a fucking huge ass gun and vest, and they say, move along, and they go right by him. That's called racism. That is racism. That is, if he were black, he would be dead on sight. Period. This is not up for discussion. He would have been dead. Anyone, especially leftists, who are disagreeing with that, you are not allies. You're not. I don't consider you an ally. This is not, we can disagree on things, or we can disagree on how to approach things, or what's the best route to get this done or that done. There is no disagreeing when it comes to racism. If someone's a racist and you're making an excuse for them and you're being an apologist, you are not my ally. Period. It's end of story. I don't fucking care if we're related. I don't give a fuck who you are. This is cut and dry. Dude was a fucking racist. So then you have people coming in and they put a picture of Barack Obama doing the okay sign. Well, he's not racist because Obama's black and he did it. Well, I tried to research when that symbol, started. And as far as I can tell, it started 4 years ago. Obama was not, it started under Trump, essentially, is what my research found. I could be wrong, but that is the only, everything I was seeing showed it started in 2016. Could be wrong. I'm open to articles that say otherwise, but through my research, that is what I found. So I don't know where the picture was taken. I don't know what Obama was doing or saying or whatever when he made that symbol. I don't know. And I'm quite honestly, I don't fucking care because I don't like the dude and I don't want to research it. But the fact of the matter is, just because you see a black man from 8 years ago or whenever doing that symbol, that means that it can't be racist. Like, that is a known racist symbol. Racists and white supremacists have been using that. This is a known fact. This is not like, I can't even believe someone said that he was giving an okay in the picture. And he was with 6 people. They were all giving okay. And then the hubris, the absolute hubris of wearing a shirt that says free as fuck when you just got out on bail. That's ugly. That is fucking ugly. And that's bullshit. But that's his invincible whiteness right there. So for people to, be making excuses, I just cannot believe that, like, this, lots of things divide the left, but this is what's dividing people? Because they're calling this piece of shit a racist? Like, I'm not even getting into the whole, like, was it self-defense thing? I'm just straight up saying he's a fucking racist. And I have like 100 comments about how I'm wrong. It blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. Also, as white people, as I said, in case you're just tuning in, we need to listen to Black people more, because if Black people as a whole, which they are, I know my comrades are posting a lot about, it being, he's a white supremacist and stuff. Even Colin Kaepernick was tweeting about it. Like, if they're saying as a whole, and that, well, I know, especially Black left, excuse me, are saying that it's racism and white supremacy. As white people, it's not our right to say it's not. Like, that's in it of itself racist, to go on a person of color's page and be like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna override what you just said. I know racism affects you and not me, but yeah, he's not racist, so I'm just gonna, correct you. That's fucking insane. That's not okay. It's not all right. And I really wanted to show some of the screenshots, because some of the people that were the most disgusting are ones who have like tons of mutuals, and someone who's been to a number of events that many of us have, and stuff like that. And this is a person who I have never seen say anything even close to bad, who is now like sharing memes of, like, oh, and also, before I forget, let's address this. Yes, the one guy he killed, and I forget his name, he was a pedo. He was an absolute piece of garbage, lowest of the low. He was trash. That has nothing to do with whether or not Kyle is racist, because in that thread, a leftist keeps talking about how that, like, sharing the mugshot and police statement about the guy, with, his arrest reasons and stuff like that. This isn't about who is worse. It's not a competition. There can be more than one racist. There can be more than one piece of shit. It's not, and he was making statements like, I guess you're siding with the pedo then. And he even made the statement, you're calling him a hero. I don't call anyone a hero. And that's the kind of gaslighting I'm seeing. It's gaslighting and it's bad faith. There is no discourse. People like that don't want to talk. They just want to be right. And they just want to try to point out hypocrisy that's not existent. Whether the people who were shot were pieces of shit has nothing to do with whether Kyle is a racist. Nobody knew this dude was a piece of shit on that night. So therefore, that's info that came out after the fact, literally. So that right here in this context is moot. Don't act like he was like, well, Kyle picked him because he was like, no, stop. Has nothing to do with his racism whatsoever. That is bad faith. That is gaslighting. That is, I don't care about discourse. I'm just here to stir shit up, and I really don't give a shit. So I don't know. I just felt like I was going to freaking explode if I didn't make this video. I'm sure I will get attacked plenty more. And that's okay, because if you want to attack people for calling out racism, I mean, that's not a good look, but that's your prerogative, I guess so. Be really conscientious of who you respond to. I let that one dude, that conversation go on way too long. Even though I've known him and we have tons of mutuals, I should have just blocked him from the get because there was no serious discussion going to come out of that. When you're putting words in my mouth and you're saying I'm calling someone a hero, even as a pedo and stuff like that, you're not serious. You're unserious. You're not a serious person. You don't stand for anything. You're just trying to put words in my mouth and trying to be right. And on that note, I'm going to read a tweet that I saved because I'm seeing so much go around with the mugshot and everything of that guy, the one guy who he shot. And I want to read this woman's response because it's just good. It's one of the best responses I've seen. Let me see here. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, and before I get to that, I want to read this. I was having a discussion with one of my comrades, Z, from Populous Voice Network, and we were talking about how, people are like, well, it's not racist because the two people shot were white. Here's the thing. Racists view people like me as race traitors. We are the same as Black people in their eyes because we are standing up for Black people. We are not siding with white people. We are saying, fuck that. Black Lives Matter. We're over here with these people. And it's the same fucking thing to so many races. So yeah, they were both white, but they were both with Black Lives Matter people. So that you can't understand the difference. It's not just two white people walking by themselves. Like, they were literally with Black people. That's the same fucking thing to them. So Z said, white allies are often treated with the same subhumanities as the group they are protecting. Exactly. So let me see if I can find this here. Okay. So here, I don't want to butcher her name. It's L at LW1124. Great post. This should make you enraged that a rapist and pedophile walked free. A rage that should be directed at the joke of a justice system. Instead, you're using victims of one of the worst crimes or the worst traumas imaginable to defend a white supremacist. So messed up. And to me, that sums it up. Like, all you posting that, like, the, mugshot and stuff of the pedo, he's disgusting. He's a piece of shit. How does that mean that Kyle's not a racist? You already lose the argument when you go in trying to deflect. You already lost, dude. Stop. You already lost. So I just needed to rant because, oh my God, I'm so heated with all these fucking people. And I saved a lot of screenshots, and I'll probably just do another show this week on it. But I just felt like I was going to burst if I didn't just go live and say some shit, because I will unfollow people so quickly. I will block people so quickly. Like, this is so cut and dry. You're defending someone just because you think it was self-defense. You're saying he's not a racist. it's wrong. And it's not leftist to act like that. It's not leftist to, be an apologist for someone who gives the okay sign with white nationalists, known white nationalists. It's not okay to think that, someone's not racist to go to a Black Lives Matter initial protest with a gun. That's not okay. Regardless how you stand on what he did, they're not the same thing. There is racism behind this. When it comes to the jurors, he was allowed to pick his own jurors. Like, what? They weren't even allowed to, they were allowed to talk about the two men shot as rioters and stuff, even though there was no proof. Like, it was just crazy. But then, like I said, when you post shit and the only people liking your posts are not other leftists, they're people with Confederate flags and Trump pictures and stuff, you may not be the leftist you think you are. You may not be having that hot take you think you do. So anyway, I will probably touch on this again later this week. I just needed to rant so bad. It's been a while since I've just gone and just went absolutely, just ranted. It feels good. I'll just respond with a clip of this and be like, yeah, eat a bag of dicks. This is how I feel about that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please smash the like button. Please also join Rockfin. You can follow me there. Also, I'm at Savage Joy Marie 1 on Twitter, and I do have a Patreon as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back with more shows this week. Thank you.